Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. For today's Throwback Thursday review, we're taking a look at Kamen Rider Tycoon Bujin sword. This figure came out last year in Japan, and I think it's coming out this year in America. So I consider it a throwback just because it already came out in Japan. This review is also going to have a little bit of extras from SHF Upgrade, at least 1/3 of what I ordered from them, so that's pretty cool. But again, he comes in this brown shipper box, nothing crazy. Has a big barcode on the front, and then another big barcode on the back. But let's open this up and see him up close. And for anyone interested, here's what his box looks like outside of the shipper box. Has that nice black, green, and red motif. Picture the figure on the front. Nothing really on the side. A couple of action poses on the back, and then it talks about how you can get him into his transformation pose too. And on the other side, just another picture of the figure, and then it says Kamen Rider Tycoon Bujin sword, which is pretty cool. And here is the figure out of the package. It's already got the upgrade from SHF Upgrade on it, which is this. It's like a weird, not even like a cloth, I don't even know what to call it, but like plastic cape that you could put on him. It's wired all the way at the bottom, which is pretty cool. Installing it was interesting. Gotta fix, pulling this up here, but it's nice. It does its purpose. Basically takes away the soft plastic cape that was on him before that split up into 3 pieces. That looks weird. I don't know why Tamashii Nations didn't just give him a soft cape. But the other upgrades that I bought for him were a head that lights up, and then a sword that has like a really cool translucent green that's from the show to mimic like his final attack, I believe. But other than that, yeah, this figure is beautiful. I mean, the black and green and red combination looks really nice. All the details are nice on him. Everything's painted really nicely. I kind of regret not getting the his base form, but you can pick that up at any time. And his belt looks really nice too. This came with something to put stickers on the centerpiece, so the centerpiece used to just be plain green like it is on his suit, but it comes, the SHF Upgrade cape comes with stickers to kind of make that look a lot nicer too. I don't know why Tamashii Nations didn't put that on there to begin with. All the sculpting is really cool. And the different texture here for the bottom of the leg. The shin is really cool. And you see the gear there. Well, this is really nicely painted. And then the boots, just plain. And then the bottoms are pretty normal. Yeah, this is super cool. So his articulation, his head looks up that much, which is really nice. Looks down about that much, which is really nice. Careful, you can kind of see that the helmet can split just because you can pull this front piece off, because there's another one you can swap it out with in the box. Then he does have full range of motion with his neck, so you can get a lot of nice tilt, turn it whichever way you want. The arms, they come up about, and that's getting this out of the way, the shoulder pads out of the way. So the arms come up about this much, and then he kind of has a butterfly joint, not really. They just come straight forward. It's probably because of that chest piece. I mean, I guess they could give him a butterfly joint if they wanted to, but they didn't. Then he does have a bicep swivel on both sides. Double jointed elbows, which look really good. And if you utilize the top joint, you can get a little bit better than 90. And then for his torso, all together it moves back about that far. He crunches forward really nice. So crunches forward about that far. And then for the legs, they do still have a drop down. And so you can drop them down and then get them to kick up about that high. Double jointed knees, which look great because it has this like shin pad covering it. Doesn't have any kind of calf swivel, but the feet go down about that much, go up about that much. Has a toe joint, and then he does have really nice ankle pivot, which is really cool. Then again, he can rotate all up here, so you can definitely get him into any kind of like rider kick poses if you need that. So yeah, you can definitely get him into any kind of like kicking poses. And then this cape makes it cool because then, you know, you can kind of have it hold its own weight up here. I won't lie, even though this cape is really light, it is kind of hard to get it to stay, but it's got to scrunch it up a bit and then it kind of stays, which is pretty cool. It's more than I can say for the plastic one. It's a little heavy, so it doesn't really hold its weight. At least on my copy it doesn't. Maybe on yours it will. And then for the wrists, it's just a normal ball peg. Because these wrist guards are on here, it kind of makes it hard for his hand to really move around, but just standard articulation. Looks good regardless. And then for his accessories, he comes with the cape. So this is the cape that actually comes on him. It's a really soft, flexible plastic. These two pieces are on his back directly, and then you would slide on these pieces on the end cap to kind of form a complete cape, and these are all very soft pieces. But they are kind of heavy, and I don't like splitting up the cape like this when posing, so that's why I pulled the trigger and brought the SHF Upgrade cape. And then he comes with this extra helmet piece. The difference between the two is that this one doesn't have the red that goes all the way up. The one that's on him does. Has the red clear piece go all the way up on the visor, which is pretty cool. And then he has a ton of hands as normal, so he comes with 2 fist hands. And he comes with like flat hands in the package, so he comes with 2 of these like flat, posy kind of hands. And then he comes with 2 trigger finger type hands, which is like to hold his sword. And then he has 2 splayed out hands. And all these are nicely molded and painted. Looks really cool. And then he has a hand that looks like he's cracking his knuckles. And I haven't seen this part of Geats in so long, so I don't actually remember what this is for, but it looks like he's cracking his knuckles anyway, which is pretty cool. And that's just a singular hand, and then the other hand is to grip like the sword. You can see it kind of has like that sword grip look. And then he comes with a different version of the little sword that's actually on his belt, so it's a closed one. And you put on one side and it'll explain it on the box. But this is really nicely painted and sculpted, even though it's so small, and then it has the 2 pegs. And then he comes with 2 of these throwing stars. They have pegs on the back. I think you can put them on him, actually. Yeah, on his leg. So there's one right there. And then you can put the other one on his leg. So now he's got the throwing stars on his legs, which is cool. And then he has his trusty sword. So this is a sword outside the sheath. Really nicely sculpted and painted. The hilt is really nice too. Nice silver and black. And then he comes with the one that is in the sheath. And the sheath is really nice. Has that nice green accent going down the middle. Really nicely sculpted. And then you could take this out to kind of mimic that, you know, he's pulling the sword out. Which is pretty cool. I don't know why they didn't just like give you the sword and the sheath and allow you to put the sword within it, because it definitely could fit, but I don't know. I guess just so you don't break it or scrape the paint on the sword, which is fine. But yeah, that's all the accessories he comes with. Let's get into his size comparison. And then for size comparisons, here he is next to 2 other Kamen Riders in my collection. As you can see here, he's very tall, even including his ears. He's taller than both these guys, so that's pretty cool. But he'll still fit in with your Kamen Rider shelf and on your collection. And then here he is standing next to a NECA Leonardo from the movie line, and then a Jada Toys DJ. I do think that he looks really good standing next to these guys. Like, he just naturally blends in just because he is so tall. But yeah, you can definitely put them together and have a cool fight scene, ninja versus samurai ninja. And then here he is compared to another ninja, which is the Snake Eyes from the Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Collection, and then the Marvel Legends Spider-Man. Again, he's standing really close to being as tall as Snake Eyes, even with his ears. And then Spider-Man's just a little bit taller than he is, but I still think that this lineup is very good. For my final thoughts, I love this figure. I mean, right down to the color scheme, the black, the silver, the green, and then the samurai motif on his belt, and just all throughout. And then he's also like a ninja still, like that's pretty sick. I think the SHF Upgrade cape is the way to go if you do get this guy. Please pick up any of the other SHF Upgrade like items too, like the glowing mask is probably gonna look super awesome with this guy, as well as that different sword that he can come with. But yeah, I mean, Tamashii Nations kind of blew this out of the water. He looks just like he does on the show. All the accessories are great. I don't have any complaints with that. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below about this guy, and if you're planning to pick him up. Thanks for watching. Take care and have a great rest of your day.